Okay, so for some reason my video cut me off. So we're going to continue. Make sure you check number 15. And also a reminder that Google Classroom has extra work like sheets and stuff for any of these lessons. So just keep that in mind. So 1/6 and 3/5 we're going to times. So we're going to cross out the 3, make that a 1. Cross out the 6, make that a 2. So we have 1/10. And then you need to make sure that you do 1/6, an x, sorry. Then 1/6 times positive 18, that's going to be a 1, and this will end up being a 3. So 1/10 x plus 3. Okay, you go ahead and do 18. Make sure you cross reduce on that 8 and 4, and then that 8 and 24. Do not pull out your calculator for that. And then pause it and see what you get. Okay, you should have gotten a negative 1/10 x plus 3. Okay, the next section has to do with the same thing, distributing, but then it also has more things added to it. So in the end, you're putting like terms together. So we did some of this last year too, so this should be a review. You have 16x minus 24, and then you put the negative or minus 6x on the end. And then you put your like terms together. So you have 16x minus 6x, which is 10x, and then minus 24. Okay, on the next one, on number 20, you need to be careful because you have a distributed property here, and then you have a distributed property here, and make sure you include that negative 2. Okay, going down, you have to drop that 6 down, and then do this part. And then you have a minus sign in front of this. So remember, that changes the sign of everything after it. This one should not be hard. It's just you got to take your time with those fractions and reduce when you can. Like this one cannot reduce. So you just keep the 3 over the 10 here. But you can reduce the 3/5 with the negative 10. Same thing here. You just take your time with it. Do them separate. Make sure you see that negative sign. And then up here, we have 10 minus. So we're going to do this one together. So the best way to do this is to drop that 10 down. And then that minus sign tells you to switch the sign of everything in there. So I'm going to do minus y plus 6. And then I'm going to bring the minus. That's a plus. That's a plus. And then I'm going to bring the minus y at the end. So now we're going to do the y's first. So we have negative 2y. And then we have a 10 and a 6. So we have plus 16. So that would be that answer. Negative 2y plus 16. Okay, I'm going to pause it and you do the next 4. And then check your answers for sure. Okay, so on 22, I tried to write all that out in case you got messed up with the minus sign. 24, I just gave you the answer. So if you need to look at the answer key or ask for help, make sure you do. And 23, here's the original. And then 15 over 2 minus 1/2 is 14 over 2, which becomes 7. That's how we get the final answer. Okay, and there is no... Oh, yeah, there might be homework for that. Yeah. So if there is homework, I believe there is, you should practice it if you need to. I would practice some of those with the minuses. I wouldn't do your basic distributed property, but you decide.